I've been applying for a mountain goat tag now for more than 21 years. Since I was a young boy, I've dreamed of taking an adventure into the high country where I could pursue these goats. I feel truly blessed to be here right now, up in goat country, the high country. Mountain goats are some of the most formidable animals on the planet. These animals demand respect. When you get up into their mountains, it's easy to see why. Mountain goats spend almost their entire existence above 8,000 feet. These elusive animals thrive in places where most any other animal would starve, enduring below freezing temperatures, endless snow, and sheer cliffs. It really only takes one little slip and it's all over, 600 feet down to their death. I will never have to work harder, be in this good a shape, and spend this much time in this rugged of terrain. These goats have literally brought me to the pinnacle of my hunting career. You know, I feel really fortunate to have been born and raised in a hunting family, having a father with friends who enjoyed hunting as much as anybody I knew. I remember just being a little boy and seeing them come back with the animals and the photos and the stories, and I really idolized those guys. I mean, I could see how much fun they were having. I could see what good people they were in society. And I wanted to be those guys from the time I was little. And it wasn't that they were taking the biggest animals or the best animals. It's that they were good people and they were good friends, and you could see that. You could see the bond that hunting created amongst friends. I'll never forget one of the times being a little boy and knowing that my dad was away on a special hunt for a mountain goat. I was rooting for Dad. He had talked a lot about this once-in-a-lifetime Montana mountain goat hunt. Here it is, the year that I draw my once-in-a-lifetime mountain goat tag to follow in my father's footsteps. And now I have my beautiful little boy Dawson, who's a spitting image of me when I was his age, looking up to his daddy, who drew his once-in-a-lifetime mountain goat tag. And I can't tell you how special that is to me. To see the light in his eyes when I told him that Daddy was going to hunt a mountain goat was like a flashback in time. This is like hunting no other animal in the world. There's been very few people who have ever been lucky enough to hunt them, so the knowledge of how to go about it is limited. It's a very physically demanding process from square one. I just had to put my boots on the trail and get miles back in and just pick a canyon a day in hopes of finding one mountain goat, let alone a big billy that I would want to focus my efforts on. I've learned that persistence pays off, and after weeks of scouting, hiking, and searching, I've finally located a billy.
He's right up there, like 400 yards away. We've come all the way across this canyon now. Kind of in the zone now where we really have to be careful about every move we make.
What exactly am I doing up here right now? Why would I leave the comforts of my home in the security of knowing that I have literally everything I need at my fingertips? I have a son back at home that I love more than anything in the world. Yet I put our time behind sometimes to be here in the mountains. I don't understand that, because when I'm in the mountains and hunting slow, my mind instantly goes to my son. Sometimes I think it's the shots that miss that teach you the very most. And I'm going to search and search until another opportunity presents itself. And as luck would have it, the next morning I walk out of the wall tent and spot the very same Billy not 800 yards from where I had left him at dark last night. The only problem is there's no way I can safely maneuver into position. So I watch and wait for 4 days. Finally, the Billy moves into an area that I feel safe enough to put another stalk on him. Even then, he's on a sheer cliff face. Now that I'm up here, I can't see the Billy. I know I'm within 60 yards. I try walking up above onto a little point, and finally I spot him. But how I'm gonna get a shot is another story. I know I have to do something, or he could lay here till dark. So I decide to pick up some tiny rocks and throw them into the chute above him to simulate a little rock slide. Amazingly, it works. Here comes the Billy on the opposite side of the chute that we're set up on. And once again, the shot of my lifetime presents itself. It always blows me away how fast time goes by. And even more importantly, how fast things change. The only one pushing me is me. What is it? What is it that brings me here? Obviously, the ultimate goal is to be successful and harvest that animal at the end of the hunt. But maybe it's just the experience I'm chasing. In the process, I do sacrifice a lot of time with those I care about the very most. But I feel like at that moment in time, when my son is sitting on that mountaintop right there alongside of me, any questions I have will all make sense.